Hey, what's going on, everybody? DBougie86 here again, and of course it's that time again. It's time for my DVD and Blu-ray update for the month of March. I know it's a little into April already. I was actually it's a little in my voice still, but I had a cold and cough all week. I'm got my Gatorade ready just in case I have to sore throat and shit because this is gonna be a long update. It's probably going to be in two parts as usual because I actually have a lot of Blu-rays to show off this month because I got a few in that I ordered from the previous month before that didn't come yet. Plus, I went a little crazy with some sales that were going on, which happens. I have a small stack of DVDs here. I'm going to do that first. It's like 16 DVDs I picked up. Some good stuff though, for the most part. And then we'll go into the Blu-rays after in another part of this video. So let's just get into it. This is actually one of the last things I got in for the month, and I haven't watched it yet. I never got a chance to watch it. It's a film from I believe it's a UK British film from the 70s, and it's called Psychomania. It's kind of like a biker zombie movie, which the quote says in the bottom. I actually watched the trailer of this one. It looks pretty cool and like kind of like psychedelic with the psychedelic music. It's like that early 70s, late 60s feel to the music in the trailer. Anyways, like I actually haven't seen the actual film, and it has a cool cast in it. Like this is actually George Sanders' last film. You know who George Sanders is, of course. He's from the original Village of the Damned. So I'm kind of stoked to check this one out. I'll let you know how I feel about it when I do. Next up is actually this is kind of funny. This isn't even really technically a horror film, but of course it's from a director that we all know for mostly his horror films, and this is a Italian crime film called Contraband. Of course, directed by the great late Lucio Fulci. Man, if you love your Italian crime shit, def grab this, man. It's fucking awesome. It has like all that high octane Fulci gore in it. There's some fucking great like gore scenes in this film, and it's fucking awesome. Like this great like headshot and fucking stomach shotgun explosions and shit. It's fucking great gore in this film. Great cast too. Fabio Tessi, of course, is a big star of like all these Italian crime films, especially the ones of like Enzo G. Casarelli. Really great shit. Contraband, highly recommend it. This one might not be for everyone. It's a German splatter film from Andre Schnaz, who, of course, who directed the violent shit films, and it's actually like his homage to Anthropologie. I can never say this word. Anthropophagus, which is a Joe D'Amato film from the early 80s, I believe. And it has like a lot of the similarities. I haven't seen the Joe D'Amato film in years to really recall. But I actually really dug this. It's not for everyone because it is like a German splatter slash shot on video film. And that's Anthropophagus, probably butchered it, 2000. Also known as Maneater 2000, I believe, is the alternate title of this. Yeah, but if you like your like hardcore like German splatter, like gore and shit, this film's def for you. And I really liked it because they did actually dedicate this film to Joe D'Amato. And the beginning of the film, really good like gore scenes in this. Awesome stuff by Massacre Video right there. This one, actually, I finally checked out and picked up. DVD is actually a really good price for this too. This is a film called Pig Hunt. Uh, my buddy Zach, movie guy 666, he always raves about this film, and saying it has like a 10 out of 10, which I wouldn't go too far into saying it's like a 10 out of 10. There are some like plot issues and stuff with the film that I had with it, but it's still a very enjoyable film. It's really fun and shit. And I really dug like how the pig looked. They used like practical effects, which a lot of like these newer films wouldn't do that. They would use like CGI and make pigs like CGI. I actually reviewed a film called Chaws, which had like a mixture of like CGI and some practical, not too much, but really cool stuff. I actually like the setting and the soundtrack's really cool. I think it had like some like Les Claypool playing in it. I think he was actually one of the guys. Oh, he actually did the music. I didn't even fucking know that. That's fucking awesome. Les Claypool did the actual music to this. That's fucking dope. And shockingly, it's from the director of Jason X, which isn't really a great Friday film, but it's actually fun if it wasn't a Friday film. I took it for what it was, though. But yeah, Pig Hunt. If you like your killer boar films or pig films, def recommend it. Awesome shit. Next up, I grabbed. I actually have a bunch of like other Australian films in the Blu-ray stuff too. We'll get to those when we get to that section of it. And this is a film that I was always interested in from the cover art alone. I actually never knew this was actually an Australian film when I first like knew about it and stuff. Finally picked it up, and that's the film Nightmares. I have watched this, and I have mixed feelings on it. I might have to give this one a rewatch. It has a lot of good things going on in it, like with its sleazy aspect and shit. But then the main downfall of the film is not really a spoiler. You kind of know who the killer is in the first few minutes of the film, if you know my drift and how I'm getting with it. But really cool film. I really like the sleaziness of it and some of the gritty filmmaking stuff. It actually kind of reminds me of like if the Australians did like a. It's pretty much like an Australian giallo. That's pretty much what it is. Really cool looking film for the budget and stuff. I heard like things about like the acting not being great. I actually didn't mind the acting in the film. This one another one I grabbed. This is actually the Severance released that film, and I actually picked up a lot of Severance titles this month. And this one's called. This is an Italian film, Last House on the Beach with Florinia Balkan. I believe that's how you pronounce her name, and Ray Locklove. Of course, Floridian Balkan from The Lizard and the Woman's Skin and Thavia the Heretic. I actually haven't watched this one yet, but from the sound of the title, it sounds like kind of like one of those Italian like Last House on the Left ripoffs, which I actually like those. I really like Night Train Murders and that stuff. I really enjoy it. So I might dig this. I haven't watched this one yet. I'm gonna give it a pop in soon. Next up is a film that I always wanted to pick up, and I don't know why. It's actually from one of the masters of Italian horror. It's actually his last like completed like film before he passed away, and that's Mario Bava's Shock. Finally watched it, highly enjoyed it. It has some great Daria Nicolai. I can never pronounce her last name. Nicolodi. Yeah, that's how I think you pronounce it. Of course, star of Deep Red. Her daughter is Asia Argento. Co-wrote Suspiria with her then boyfriend Dario Argento. She has an amazing performance in this film. It's really some great shit if you haven't seen this film for yourself already. And I just like everything about it, how different it is from Bava's other films up to this point, and it really has like this great setting and dark atmosphere in this house, and I really liked the whole way the ending went down. Highly recommend Shock if you haven't checked it out. I don't really hear no one really talk about that film from Bava. Next up, we got another like kind of sleazy film, of course, put out by Severance, In the Folds of the Flesh. Really, really good stuff right here, especially if you like your sleaze. Fucking awesome shit. I actually might just rewatch this again. I just watched this a couple of days ago. I kind of want to revisit. I've been watching a lot of sleazy shit lately. It's kind of funny, kind of like cool psychedelic shit going on in this too, which was pretty cool. In the Folds of the Flesh, awesome shit right there. Picked this up finally. Found it for cheap. I think I paid like $4 for this DVD. And it's a film. I've been hearing a lot of good things about it. I actually didn't know about this film until last year, and it's been on the back burner. I'm finally gonna check it out. That's the film Alice Kills. I believe this is a British film. Don't hold me to that. I believe it goes by the title of Alice in the UK. Yeah, I can't wait to check that one out finally. Another 70s gem right here from Scorpion releasing. And that's The Devil Within Her. Fucking, like, killer baby film. Fucking awesome cast. Joan Collins, Donald Pleasance, Caroline Munro, and a few other peeps. And this, like, actually, one guy that was in, I think the guy from fucking, what was it? Is that his name on the back? Yeah. The guy that was in The Shock, who played the husband in The Shock, he's actually in this film too, John Steiner. I kind of saw both of these films back to back. And I'm like, oh my god, it's the same guy in the same movie. But yeah, I had a brain fart there, and I couldn't think of his name. Yeah, John Steiner is in this movie too. Really cool stuff from the '70s with great performances. I really enjoyed that one. Good stuff. Now this film, another Australian one, released by Sever, called Stone. I watched this fucking movie's fucking awesome. It's not really a horror film. It's more like a exploitation slash like road film, like kind of like Mad Max in a way. It's actually this came out before Mad Max. Actually, a lot of the cast that play like members of like this biker gang actually went on the playing Mad Max and stuff. And actually, one of the guys who plays, I believe his name of his character is Toad in this film, uh, went on to play the bad guy in Mad Max, the first one, and he's also the bad guy in Fury Road. What's his name? Hugh Keys Byrne. That's how you pronounce it. Yeah, he's in this film who played Improper Joe in Mad Max Fury Road and Toe Cutter in Mad Max. Really cool stuff. It has a lot of good like stuff in it. Yeah, I really I had to rewatch this one. Fucking cool, especially if you like your biker films and cool action sequences and shit. Fucking awesome film. This one I reviewed on Body Bags. It's a UK release, and it's Among the Living. Really, really cool film from the directors of Inside. If you haven't checked it out yet, I say grab it. If you want to know my full thoughts, check my review on Body Bags. I believe it was week 34 I did this review. It's under my Body Bags playlist, so just check that out. Know my full thoughts on that film. Next up is I grabbed this from actually Australia. It's two Australian films, and they're from director Peter Weir, who, of course, we all know from like his future films like Dead Post Society and The Truman Show and all that good stuff. But yeah, I didn't even know he like made like these kind of films back in the day, which kind of like these all exploitation like horror films. And this one looks cool as hell. I The Cars That Ate Paris and The Plumber, both by Peter Will. This was released by Umbrella, which is an Australian company. I actually got this DVD for a good price too, which was shocking. Even the shipping wasn't that bad. I was actually shocked how fast it came from Australia to the US. Really cool stuff. I actually have watched The Cars That Ate Paris. I liked it. It might have to rewatch it again to get my full thoughts on the film. It has a lot of like things going on in it with like product placement, which I noticed in the first few scenes of the film, which I actually kind of laughed at that too. At the what happens, and they had like this girl drinking Coke while driving in the car, and she had this product placement in the beginning of the film and stuff. But I gotta check out The Plumber still. Really good stuff from Peter Weir. I want to check out a few of his other older films, like Picnic at Hanging Rock and The Last Wave. Take a sip of this. Voice is getting dry. Alright, we got 3 more, and then we'll get into some Blu-rays in the next part. Next up is Intervision. I've been wanting to pick up a lot of the Intervision titles. I pick up one at least when I can. This one's really cool. It's from the director of Deadly Prey and Killer Workout, David A. Pryor, who passed away last year. Rest in peace. And that is Sledgehammer, which is kind of like an SOV, like slasher. It kind of has some like supernatural stuff in it. I really dug it. It's kind of weird style. It's not for everyone, the SOV shot on video stuff. But this is actually one of the first SOV titles too, which was cool to find out. And yeah, I really enjoyed this one. Cool stuff. I actually really dig a lot of David A. Pryor stuff. I still gotta grab Deadliest Prey from a slasher video. Pick that one up soon. Next up is a film from a director. I actually really dug his first film. I actually haven't watched this one yet, and that's Field Freak by Stephen Folker. I actually reviewed his other film, which is in my Blu-ray part of this video, which will be up after this. And yeah, it's kind of like I think it's like a Bigfoot film from the looks of it. I'll give it a try. Check it out. And last up is a film that I actually really dug. It's not for everyone, again, because it is a shot on video film. It has a lot of good things going for it though, and that's Bone Sickness. Really, really cool fucking gore scenes in this. The fucking ending of this film is like fucking gory. Like it has the slow start, like and it goes into like full blown German splatter, like gore fest. Fucking awesome. Not for everyone though, because it is shot on video, of course. And that is it for the DVDs. I only picked up, like I said, 16. It's gonna be a lot of cool Blu-rays in the next part. So I'll see you then, and as always, peace out.